So, got some cauliflower in the sun oven. We're going to make some cauliflower fried rice with it. The sun is not behaving very well today. It's a lot of clouds. So we're just over 150 degrees. It's been in about an hour. It started at like 250. Yeah, it's cooking, but it's not roasted yet. So we're gonna go ahead and close her back up and re-aim my sun oven. So we need to bring it down. I don't know if you can see. There we go. There's just barely any sun shadow there, but hopefully this will help raise the temperature some, and we'll give it another hour. Hey, you might be able to tell that the sun came back out. Yay! We've got some wind blowing smoke in from some fires. And just looking here, our alignment is almost spot on. Can't tell the temperature because it's too bright. But we're going to shift to follow with the sun a little bit. And we're going to check on the cauliflower and see what it looks like. Might be too hot to touch. I'm pretty sure of that. Hold on. There we go. Oop, very hot. And it's getting done. Looking pretty good. You can only go for another half an hour and bring it in the house. Yay! Coming back to check on the cauliflower. Looks like the needle might be straight up, which puts it about 300 degrees or so. It's been another hour, I think. Maybe not quite. Some moisture in the sun oven itself from the cooking off of the cauliflower. Oh yeah, nice and brown. That's what you want when you roast cauliflower in the oven. Only we did it in the sun oven. Right now, those temperatures in the sun oven are 275-ish. You can see that water is in the corner is just boiling in there. That's just leftovers. So I'm going to bring this cauliflower in the house, and we're going to make some cauliflower rice, or cauliflower fried rice with it. Yay! Now we are going to make cauliflower fried rice. So we have olive oil in the pan, heat is on and medium, and we're adding garlic. That was about a tablespoon's worth of garlic added to the heating pan. And then there's about half a cup of celery going in, diced.
3 ribs.
And obviously we want to let that get a little soft and cook a bit before we add the other ingredients. And then we have frozen diced cabbage going in. I'd say that's about 2 cups worth. think what's best about this is that we did all that roasting of the cauliflower out in the sun oven. It's plenty hot today. It's supposed to get up to 100 degrees. I'm not sure exactly how hot it actually got, but it was pretty warm out there. The wind's coming in and cooling things down now because we are expecting a major cool down. But this way we didn't have to heat up the house with the oven by roasting the cauliflower outside in the sun oven. And this is a quick process with the stir frying and of the fried rice. This is how we eat fried rice since we're not eating grains of any kind. We're on a ketogenic diet. And it tastes pretty darn nummy. And coming from somebody who doesn't like cauliflower generally, I have to say this is very tasty. So she's got 2 eggs that she's going to be scrambling up a bit into another container while we wait for this to cook down a bit. And all of that cauliflower is going to go in here. It looks like it's about 2 cups worth, so she ran a knife through it to make it rice size on a cutting board. And then she took, looks like at least 1, maybe 2 of the leg quarters. We roasted chicken leg quarters in the sun oven last week, early this week. And they came out really tasty, but, it's really good to have some nice chicken protein in this fried rice, too. So we need to use it up. And highly sun ovened up dinner. And here comes the cauliflower rice. Nice and riced up. So by roasting the cauliflower, we're adding a nice nutty flavor to it, which kind of gives it a more rice-like taste, I think. And this is our first time roasting the cauliflower in the sun oven. We did it in the oven previously, so we're going to get to experiment and see if we like it just as well. Here comes the chicken, right into the skillet with everything else. And obviously on a ketogenic diet, we're really liking the leg quarters because that dark meat has a lot more fat going with it than the breast meat does. But you can honestly use any cut of chicken or any other really meat you want. You could put bacon in here, you could put pork, beef. Yep. It's a pretty versatile recipe. Now, if you weren't doing ketogenic, you could put shredded carrots in here, any vegetable that you would like in a fried rice. Obviously fried rice from a restaurant usually has peas and cubed carrots and things like that. Looks like we're adding some ground ginger. We don't really measure things here, so I'd say that was probably about a half a teaspoon.
Maybe, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, because of the ketogenic diet, we don't do soy. So, if you weren't worried about soy products, you could use soy sauce in here. But because we don't do that, we're using something called coconut aminos. And I'll put a link to that in the description below. I purchase it, you can get it at most of your health food stores. I know I can get it in smaller bottles in our local area at the natural grocers. But I can get it cheaper by buying it by the gallon on Amazon. Well, before we put the cocoa aminos in, we're going to put in the 2 scrambled up eggs. And these eggs came from our chickens. And that's why we got chickens, because we wanted eggs. We also want them to prepare our yard for garden space by keeping them in a, we got them in a 10 by 20 enclosure area right now. We're going to check in a couple of months and see if they're ready to move to a new area, if they prepared the ground enough for fall harvest planting or overwintering planting area. That would be fantastic. Otherwise, we'll leave them in there a little bit longer, you know, spreading their manure and making things taste, or making the ground ready for growing crops. And in the meantime, we get to enjoy their eggs. We've had them since middle of last fall, I'd say. Maybe October-ish. And they've been a delight. Now, obviously, during the winter, they don't lay as much. We were down to like 1 egg a week, or 1 egg a day for a while, but we're back up now. So here comes the cocoa aminos. It really looks just like soy sauce. And so that's 1, 2 tablespoons. Here comes 2 tablespoons. Well, they're a bit less, but. And that probably makes it about 2.5 tablespoons.
Flipping it over to make sure I get that egg cooked, but I can tell it is because I can see little
bits of cooked egg,
strands, and it feels cooked.
Yep, and I can see the cooked egg on the pan itself as well.
Voila, there's dinner.
All right, so we're going to say goodbye at this point and have our dins, and then we're going to go to the farmer's market, the first one of the season. I can't wait to see what kinds of awesome veggies we're going to get there. And another day, I'll take you along and make some sauerkraut. Yay!